Comics and powered by the Red 5 Network. For more, visit red5.bio.link. Good morning, everyone. Happy Superman Day to all who celebrate. You know, I couldn't find my actual Superman shirt anywhere. I'm so bummed about it. Also, I don't think it fits anymore, but I couldn't find it anywhere. The only shirt I could find that had Superman on it was my Batman versus Superman shirt from 10 years ago. But I've worked in it quite a bit, so it's got hair color, plaster, and silicone on it, and it's folded up in a place of honor. Why do I have that shirt? Because I was so excited to see the first live action motion picture appearance of Wonder Woman. That's why I have it. That's why I keep it, because that's what it is. Yes, my camera is on. Are you guys not able to see it? Are you guys not able to see it? Please tell me, because I have had so many issues with StreamYard over the last couple of days. And I do have a pretty big review. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? All right, guys. Let's try this again. Can you see me now? Can you hear me? Tell me what you think. Because, okay, StreamYard and I are going to fist fight. I swear to God. We are going to fist fight because this is some freaking nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Excuse me. That grunt made me need to clear my throat. Oh my gosh! What a day! Huh? What a day! You know what? I'm okay with being called the queen. Like, you can do that all the time. The queen of what? I don't know. But I'll take it. I will take it. I saw Superman last night. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. I'm going to go non-spoiler review. If you guys want to talk spoilers, let me know. And give me time to announce it so that the people who don't want to hear the spoilers can leave. But Dave and I had two totally different reactions to it. And God bless it. He's so wonderful. He really is. We don't always see eye to eye, and that's fine. You can have different opinions. All opinions are valid. My gosh. Anyway, before we start yelling, good morning, everyone, do me a huge favor. Please smash that like button. Subscribe if you are new. And ring that notification bell so you get notified whenever I'm back with any more of this nerdy nonsense. Guys, we're up to 5,400. So it's over 5,400 subscribers. That's so cool. But the watch hours, like, they went down because they didn't stream over the weekend. It just feels rude. I still got views. Like, I don't know what's going on. But again, if we can get those watch hours up soon, we will do that giveaway. Some lucky winner will get a custom designed just for the winner comics and hoodie. I will do that. If I can get my I wouldn't be able to afford it otherwise. And also, guys, we only have a couple months left on the channel. If I can't get a new computer by October, then the channel's kaput. So I'm $400 away from what I need for the new computer. You guys can help out and tip, please, so I can do that. I would greatly appreciate that. You can use that QR code right there. All the links are in the description below, but if I can't, enjoy me while you can. Anywho, let's yell good morning. Good morning, Derpy Entertainment. I'm a phone fucker. Yes, I am. Good morning, Music City Soul. Good morning, Nerdling First Class Contributing Producer, Kino Reviews. Good morning, Nerdling Deranged Lunatic. Good morning, Tabitha. I love this lady. I love her. Good morning, Ubaldo. Thank you. Thank you. I'm good with that. And good. Buenos dias, son. Buenos dias, Fernando. Buenos dias. We have anyone else? All right, that's what we got for now. That's fine. People trickle in all the time. We got a couple of things. And now since I had to switch. I keep yanking out these earbuds that don't work. I had to switch browsers. I've used like 4 different browsers this morning to try and get StreamYard to work the way it's supposed to. But of course, okay, that's the wrong one. Oh my God. Because I had to switch, I'm not signed in. I had it all set up. And now I have to try and talk and type at the same time coherently, and I'm not very good at that. Okay, come on. You can do it. Nope, that's not it. Sorry, guys. I had it all set up, and now it's making me do it all over again with this 2-factor notification and everything. So dumb. Am I signed in yet? What's happening? Oh my God. I said yes, it's me. Good grief. So I've tried Firefox. I've tried Opera. I've tried Chrome. I've tried... And this is like a 4-factor authentication just to get into my Twitter account. This is absolutely insane. I've put my password in. I've said, yes, it's me. I've given them the secret code twice. All right. Oliver is out a-wassailing with the other robins right now. He goes out a couple times a day, goes and flies around. And when he wants to go back in, he sits on the perch or the step by the front door. And he tries to like bark like Tiny does. It's kind of and then we let him in. Good morning, Maria. Good morning, Patricia. Okay, so now that that's all done, I can finally pull up a couple of headlines. Of course, it's going to be in complete crazy blinding white mode. Oh my gosh. This is crazy, y'all. This is absolutely crazy. And I don't know how to turn on dark mode with Firefox. Apparently it's not going to let me. So we'll just slide this over here. So enjoy me looking incredibly washed out. 4 likes! There's 30 people here! Hit that like button, guys. I know, I've just been kind of rambling on and having technical difficulties. My good morning is better than a cup of coffee. Is it because my voice is very shrill and grating when I scream? What is on my nose? You guys are the worst. Why did you tell me there's a piece of mascara on my nose? All right, guys, let's check out a couple of headlines before we go into my full Superman review. Non-spoiler, of course, until you guys tell me you want to talk. left of the screen. There we go. There we go. Until you guys, if you tell me you want to talk some spoilers, we're going to go non-spoiler. I skipped over your hashtag. Where's it at? Where is it at? I don't see it. Well, Derpy Music City Soul, we're having quite the conversation, so I'm sorry. Oh, wait, there it is. I stand with Dave, says Tabitha. We're going to have to watch that here in a second because I thought it was hilarious, but apparently someone on TikTok felt like I was in a toxic relationship from his review. Like, tell me you don't know shit about Dave without telling me you don't know shit about Dave. For real. For real. And good morning, Somar. I saw you and I scrolled past it. And now I can't find it again, so I can throw it up and tell everyone that you're here. Okay, there he is. Good morning. Good morning, Somar. All right, let me put you guys' chat up there. We're good to go. Stay toxic, Dave. Oh my goodness. Okay. Here we go. Couple of headlines before we get into my Superman review. And I'm really excited to hear what everyone has to say about it as well. So keep it coming. Keep it coming. All right. So first up, little MCU stuff. Julia Garner responds to criticism over her gender-swapped Silver Surfer isn't exactly a gender swap per se, and she addresses that. She says, "I'm just going to still do my job." She has a job to do. Okay, she didn't make the decision to make Shala Ball Silver Surfer. She didn't. She's being paid to do a job, so she's going to do it. Good for her for saying that. She goes on to say, also, it's Shala Ball, so it's different. She's a different Silver Surfer. I was just happy that people are resonating with it, and just like any other project. So I'm grateful to be at this dance, to be completely honest with you. She's making a lot of money for this. She's getting a lot more exposure. And just like Music City Soul says, read a book. In one of the alternate universes, which the Fantastic Four takes place in, Shala Ball became the Silver Surfer, not Norrin Radd. Is she going to be the Silver Surfer for the main MCU? No. And they've already said this. They are doing a Silver Surfer project, and it most definitely will be Norrin Radd. This is just for this movie to further demonstrate the fact that this Fantastic Four is coming from a different universe entirely. Good morning, Loki! The only one who will criticize the audience is Pedro. Music City Soul says, that's a really good response from her. It is. She's like, look, I'm doing my job. I'm doing my job. Give me a break. Doing my job. That Park Place is saying that Warner Brothers tried and failed to poach Kevin Feige. I don't know how true this is, but they're saying in a revelation that might have sent shockwaves through Hollywood a few years ago, the Wall Street Journal has confirmed. So, confirmed. And I tried to find the Wall Street Journal article because there's a few things that were revealed in that. But I couldn't, or I didn't have time because I was dealing with all this crap with StreamYard. The Wall Street Journal has confirmed that Warner Brothers once attempted to lure Marvel Studios chief Kevin Feige over to run DC. That's right. In the midst of the post-Justice League meltdown, Warner quietly approached the architect of the Marvel Cinematic Universe to save its own crumbling superhero empire. Soon after, Warner executives met with Kevin, the longtime president of Marvel Studios, to try and convince him to switch sides. Those talks fizzled. At the time, the strategy made sense on paper. Marvel had been creating box office gold and was neck deep in the Infinity Saga. creating a powerhouse interconnected universe that seemed to be invincible. DC, on the other hand, was coming off the box office horrors of Justice League and the implosion of the failed Snyderverse. Warner Brothers has no clear leadership, no plan, and no roadmap for superhero properties. Desperate to compete with Marvel's success, the studio tried to do the unthinkable. Steal the man behind it all. But Feige didn't budge. He stayed loyal to Disney, and Warner was forced to look elsewhere. Ironically, that rejection may have been the best thing that ever happened to them. So, how funny is it? That's, man, Firefox. Really? How funny is it that they, like, at the height of the MCU, Warner Brothers is like, let's get Kevin Feige. I think we can do it. Oh, come on now. Maria says, I don't believe that story by the magazine. Why would Kevin consider leaving? I think that's the thing. I think he never did. They approached him and he was like, and then that was it. I think that's what happened. So, Dom Riley, good morning, Dom. Lucky Warner Brothers, he says. Maria on the Silver Surfer. I don't think fans are being toxic. I just think they have a connection with the original Silver Surfer. You're right. You're right. They have a connection. But I think what they don't know, or it's not common knowledge enough, is that she's not going to be our Silver Surfer. She's the Silver Surfer for this movie. And they are casting a Norrin Rad for the Silver Surfer project. So that's good. Hey, good morning, Polly. I haven't talked about it yet, but yes. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Dom Riley. I thought the Silver Surfer was a web browser. I bet it would work with StreamYard better than literally everything else on planet Earth. I'm so angry right now. I'm so angry. Way to trigger me. All right. Back to it. If you have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts about the Silver Surfer or the Park Place article, drop it in the chat below. See, yeah, that's the issue with the Wall Street Journal and the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. I tried to read the article they did on James Gunn, but paywall, and I live outside the greater St. Louis area, so I don't get the Post-Dispatch here. But it's fine. I'm okay. Ouch. Moving on. The season 3 premiere of Foundation has hit. I see it, Keto. I do, but if I open it, it's going to open all our DMs. Because Firefox isn't making a distinction between what's bleh and not. Anyway, so the season premiere for Foundation has just dropped. For those of you who don't know, this is a series on Apple TV based on the Isaac Asimov books. It's pure science fiction. I think it's really, really great. It's so smart. Half the time I barely understand what they're talking about, but I still enjoy it. I will be watching today, probably after my Bo DeMaio interview. But yeah, check it out now on Apple TV. Foundation. Any fans of Foundation in the chat other than me? I swear to God, my nose will not stop itching. Wives' tale is if your nose itches, it means someone loves you. So. Maria says Foundation is an excellent show. What is going on with you, Kino? Get with the program. Watch Foundation. Also, Apple TV stuff. If I can, there was a lot of stuff I bookmarked. Murderbot, which Dom does not like, but hey, we're we're surfing the same wave, Maria. We're surfing the same wave. Murderbot has been renewed for season 2. I enjoy Murderbot. I do. I also liked Mickey 17, so there you have it. That reminds me, I really need to write my Superman review. Anywho, Murderbot will return for season 2, whether it likes it or not. Love this show. I really do. I do. Sorry, Dom. I enjoyed it. Let me see. Marvel Studios reportedly wants to introduce Johnny Blaze version of Ghost Rider into the MCU, according to the Cosmic Surface. I say, duh, and it's Ryan Gosling. I've known that for about almost 4 years now. Almost 4 years. Good morning, fans of anti-heroes. Good morning. Big duh. Yeah, big duh. Okay, so there's that. Krista Ritter says she's known for almost 2 years that she'd be returning as Jessica Jones in the MCU, and that keeping it a secret has been torture. It's either been talked about in the works or at some stage for a long time. So Kristen, I really don't think it was a secret. You probably could have been talking about it. I can't find the other thing I wanted, the other MCU thing before we can move on. Oh, here it is. In the same article, Marvel Studios is reportedly wanting to introduce Mephisto's son Blackheart into the MCU. The studio wants to introduce Chthon, the author of The Dark Hold. So that's how we're going to do the whole Blackheart thing, is through Ghost Rider. Sorry, I get this one spot on my eczema has been terrible today. I just want you guys to know it's terrible. There, I got a really cool back scratcher this time. See, guys? So we're getting Chthon, Blackheart, and Ghost Rider. I imagine Mephisto will be in that as well. Mephisto. You never heard of Blackheart? Watch the Nick Cage Ghost Rider stuff. That'll introduce you to Blackheart. I'm sorry for what I'm about to subject you to, but Blackheart is in them. There you go. Clayface starts production next month. That feels so quick. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Did I say Nick Cage? Please tell me that's what I said. Loki. Hey, I liked those 2 movies. Oh, Loki again, the wild card. You never know what he's going to say. Oh, look, Crypto is at my feet. There's Crypto. We'll talk about that in a second. Here comes Supergirl to get Crypto. This cracks me up. This really, really cracks me up. David Zaslav was in talks with The Rock on how to fix DC, but the talks quickly ended after the Black Adam movie flopped. That's also from the Wall Street Journal article. Oh, I every time I see the hierarchy of power in the DC universe is about to change, I just peals of laughter. Good morning, Jeremy. The chat is now known as Chad. So that's funny. Can you imagine talking to Dwayne The Rock Johnson on how to fix the DC universe? I'm gonna go talk to this football player turned wrestler turned actor. Loki, it's partly The Rock's fault. People are so mad about Cavill. I'm there with you. I don't think Nick Cage would have been a good Superman, but yeah, I think he was just a really big fan. Listen, I think he would have been as good a Superman as I would have been Wonder Woman. Just because I'm a huge Wonder Woman fan doesn't mean I should be playing her or I fit the model for Wonder Woman. I don't think Nick Cage fits at all. At all. That's just me. Good morning, Truth. Good morning. Okay. Maria, it sounds like the Warner Brothers was talking to everyone. Yeah. Yeah. um so this this to me, James Gunn, and this is in that Wall Street Journal article. James Gunn is reportedly considering TV spin-offs for Mr. Terrific and Jimmy Olsen. I would be seated for a Mr. Terrific series, movie, or whatever. 100%. Uh, Eddie Gathegi did an amazing job. An amazing job as Mr. Terrific and Superman. But do we need a Jimmy Olsen spinoff? What would we do with that? What would you do with a Jimmy Olsen series or movie? That makes zero sense to me whatsoever. Mr. Terrific, 100%. Jimmy Olsen, why? It doesn't make any sense. Why? Exactly, Dom. What would the Jimmy Olsen show be about? Journalism? Jimmy and Eve forever. Oh God. Yeah, again, Mr. Terrific would be an absolute great spinoff. Jimmy Olsen, why? That just feels so dumb. Good morning, Mickey Pure. I'm not throwing your statement up because it's a bit of a spoiler. But anyway, we will bring it up later though. Exactly, Fernando. Mr. Terrific would be a dope show, but Jimmy Olsen, what are you thinking, James Gunn? He's not thinking. He just and hey, I love Skylar Casando. I love him. He is such a good actor. I enjoyed him in Righteous Gemstones. I love him as Jimmy Olsen. But a whole series? Come on. You're not thinking, James Gunn. You're not thinking. Um, IGN has posted a conversation they had with James Gunn. Good morning, Eugene. Good morning. Good morning, Calvin. Oh, that Mr. Terrific meeting Peacemaker would be fantastic. I would throw money at it. I would throw money at it. So IGN had a conversation with James Gunn, and he talks how the production of DCU films will mirror how DC makes comics. The Long Halloween, All Star Superman, my favorite. Dark Knight, those have very little tonally in common with each other except for they're a part of a set of communal characters that are in the DC Comics universe, and now we're doing that with the DCU. So let's hear it straight from the man's mouth. You couldn't hear it? Really? Sorry, guys. I was looking at the thing. I'm so irritated with StreamYard right now. I am so absolutely irritated. That makes me so mad. I have it turned all the way up. I have it turned up. Um, StreamYard is just acting completely stupid. And I'm really, really angry about it. They better have something fixed by my interview at 2 o'clock, or I'm going to absolutely show them my full Karen side. I'm a white Midwestern middle aged woman. I can go Karen like nobody's business. The problem, honey, is StreamYard is messing up right now. StreamYard has problems, and you can't live chat them anymore while you're streaming to say, I'm having a problem. What is this issue? Can you please fix it? No, they're going to email you back within 24 hours. And that enrages me because this stuff costs money and it's ridiculous. So I apologize for that, guys. I do. But you could at least read the captions. Oh my gosh. I need a new computer so bad. Okay. So he just said that we're getting rated R body horror with Clayface. But then we have Sergeant Rock, which is officially in development still. Um Bratman, Batman Brave and the Bold is going to be totally very different. So he wants to mirror the actual comics. And was it Loki? Yeah, Loki said pre New 52. I hope. God, we all hope. New 52 sucks. Um I think we all hope and I believe it is. He did say we want to do Silver Age. So apologize for the technical difficulties today, guys. I really do. I don't think you realize just how upset I really get when this stuff happens because I want to deliver you guys the best quality I possibly can. And so when this stuff happens, I get really mad. And the middle-aged mom in me is like, I paid money for this. It should work. I paid money for this. Money I could be putting aside for a computer. Eh. I think it's the company, hun. It's a lot to do with the company. I do need a new computer. Like in 2 months, this channel will be gone if I don't get a new one. So Derpy says he just announced Peacemaker season 2 going to San Diego Comic Con. Hot dog, hot dog, loved it. Good morning, Penny. She's on the road to a funeral. Oh, I am so sorry. All my love and prayers to you for your loss. I'm so sorry. I left the laptop on with your largest playlist. God, you are the best. We have to send you more stuff. Okay, so there's that. Everything's going to be totally different in the DCU. Again, I truly, truly apologize for all the technical difficulties. I am so upset with StreamYard. I have emailed them multiple times today. Fingers crossed. The salaries for the cast of Superman have been revealed through Matt Maloney. I think it's Bellani. Matt Bellani at Puck News. I get his newsletter too. And here's the craziness of how much they were paid. David Cornsweet and Rachel Brosnahan both received $750,000 for this movie. Now, I know $750,000 is a lot of money to us, but to A-list blockbuster movie stars, that's really not a lot of money. Nicholas Hoult, the main antagonist for the film, $2 million. He made way more than the main protagonists. Rachel Brosnahan was in one of the most award-winning streaming series. She was the lead in The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Trust me, people know of her. And David Cornsweet was in Twisters. He was in a Netflix series, something Hollywood. He's done stuff. But they're also about to get bonuses. So all three are in line for box office bonuses if Superman performs. Zaslav was described as downright giddy during the film's premiere. So, box office bonus. Yeah, they're getting points. They're definitely. So, good for them. Oh, it sounds like they made a smart deal. The royalties will be pretty sweet. Hopefully they got merchandising points. That would be very, very smart. All right, guys. Let's talk Superman. Let's talk Superman. How about that? How about we talk Superman? That sounds good to me. So, Loki, I'm only aware of Miss Maisel for one thing, and by that I mean two things. I watched Superman last night. Watched it in 3D. This guy commenting on my Twitter saying, "You watched the movie with sunglasses on? Those were 3D glasses, bub." Like, I thought 3D was dead. I didn't think anyone went and saw anything in 3D anymore. For real? Like, where are you from? Anywho, I watched Superman last night and I loved it. I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was one of the most comic book movies I've ever seen. It felt tonally, the vibe of it felt very much All-Star Superman. Any of the animated Superman movies, Superman the Animated Series, Smallville. I really enjoyed that vibe of it. It definitely took it back to a very bright, I don't want to say cheerful, but a more optimistic comic book movie. And it felt like a comic book on screen. I really could have seen it as animated at certain points, just some of the ridiculousness of it. I'm trying. This is difficult to really give a solid review without giving anything away, because I mean it's officially worldwide today. Happy Superman Day. It's officially worldwide today, so I don't want to ruin anything for anybody. But I saw it on the preview night last night. This is $1 billion movie. People are going to eat it up. Their kids are going to go crazy for this film. That's what it reminded me of. It reminded me of seeing Batman 89 in theaters. That's what it felt like. It felt like that world. I feel like Michael Keaton's, Tim Burton's Batman universe would fit perfectly in this DCU. And adults loved Batman 89. I mean, before it even came out, there were huge controversies. How do I know? I remember. I'm old enough to remember. But when they went and saw the movie, they absolutely loved it. But kids, man, kids went absolutely nuts for it, and that stayed with them. This feels like it's going to be that for my daughter's generation. Good morning, Jacob! Good morning, Simon. Maria says, I'm already very excited for Supergirl. Fernando, the DCU is back. It was awesome to have a non-broody Superman. Exactly. Superman is not broody. I think that was what really, really sold me on this movie, is that it held true to the very heart of Superman. That even though these crazy things are happening to him, these things that would bring anyone down and depress them, and yeah, he feels it for a second, but how he was raised by his adoptive parents, how he was raised really shines through. That, you know what, this really crappy thing is going on, this crappy thing has happened, but it doesn't define me. There's so many other great things that I have going on that exist in this world, and that's what I choose to focus on. Superman is more than the sum of his parts. He chooses to be who he is, despite the opportunity, the reality that he could go the other direction like that. But he chooses to be who he is. He chooses to look on the bright side, to be hopeful. And that really shone through in this film for me. That no matter how he is dragged down, and you know, I try not to give away spoilers, he still remains hopeful. And that's what I really enjoyed about that. I'm also convinced that James Gunn doesn't know what a double wide trailer looks like. Because that was not a double wide trailer, James Gunn. So, one, there's no farms in West County, no low income farms in West County, St. Louis. Okay. And there's no double wide trailers in West County, St. Louis. So, clearly, prove my point. He doesn't know what they look like. Simon, he says, this is me. We don't see him get raised. No, we don't really need to. And we see, ugh, I don't want to spoil it. Anyway, dang it. We can't give spoilers. This is so hard. It is how he acts, what he says, how he handles the stressful situation, that demonstrates how he was raised. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that he was so earnest. That's the word I was looking for. Earnest. David Cornsweet seems earnest, and I hope that's real. I really do. But that really came through in his portrayal of Superman. He was earnest, almost to the point of he can't quite wrap his head around someone behaving in a very deceitful way, because he would never even consider that for himself. Like that, his mind doesn't go there. So it's difficult for him to process someone behaving that way. Simon, you guys say you don't need to see it again. So with that said, did we really need to know Superman was a good guy? I will watch it again. I think it has extreme rewatchability. And yeah, we do need to see Superman being a good guy. That's who Superman is. He's good because he wants to be, because he chooses to be. He's good for the sake of it, because it's the right thing to do, because he was raised by good humans. And to him, that is his greatest strength. That's what he holds close to his chest. So, no spoilers, Simon. No spoilers. Jacob Ironside. That was a Hollywood double wide. Again, I wouldn't expect James Gunn to really know what an actual double wide trailer looks like, because for those who haven't heard me say it or know, James Gunn is from the very wealthy part of St. Louis. The very wealthy part of St. Louis. Like the side where all the professional athletes and the like live. Okay? Very wealthy part. So, no. I wouldn't imagine he knows what those things look like at all. Maria, excellent point. How else are we supposed to be? How else are we supposed to see Superman act like? Exactly. He's a good guy. Good morning, Nerdling First Class Backyard TARDIS. When I saw Superman, I thought Nick is going to like this film. Nick is gonna like it. Deranged Lunatic, the sisters from Force of Light Entertainment saw it and really liked it. They plan on seeing it again this weekend. I know. I talked to them. Yeah, I liked it too. I know, Simon. It's so hard. I'm sitting here like struggling to say words because I'm trying to find creative ways to say things. Dreaming Tabitha, I'll say Nathan Fillion was my man. He was absolutely hilarious. Have a safe flight, Kino. See you on the flip. Nathan Fillion was a perfect Guy Gardner. A perfect Guy Gardner. He was fantastic in that role. The casting for this film was absolute perfection. They did an amazing job with the casting. Isabella Merced was a fantastic Hawk Girl. Kendra, she's a fantastic Kendra Hawk Girl. Again, Eddie Gathegi, he is Mr. Terrific. There is an action scene with Mr. Terrific, and it might be my favorite part of the whole film. I really, really enjoyed that. Anthony Carrigan as Metamorpho surprised me. He really surprised me. He was really wonderful in that role. Maria says, Hawkgirl doesn't do much. I was disappointed about that. Well, and that most likely has a lot to do with the fact it was a Superman movie, so trying to put the attention on him. But I would love to see more of her as Hawkgirl. I think Hawkgirl needs a series or a movie. Hawkgirl doesn't get nearly enough attention as she deserved. You don't get to see Superman until August? Are you kidding me? I am so sorry, Nick. Stressful. Very stressful. Eugene, watch Superman in IMAX 3D and Dolby yesterday. For those wondering, like I was, IMAX and Dolby screens are fully filled for the entire movie. See, I live in a very, very, very small area. Our theater is Farmington AMC 4. There are 4 screens, and the screen might be as big as the wall behind me. Here's another thing. They didn't send our little theater any popcorn buckets. We got no Superman popcorn buckets or cups. None. Zero, zilch. There was no Superman marketing stuff sent to my little theater. Another fun fact, they didn't send the film Megan 2.0 to our theater, but they sent the Megan 2.0 popcorn buckets that nobody wants. Make that make sense to me. They don't send the Megan movie, but they send the Megan popcorn buckets. They send the Superman movie, but they don't send the Superman popcorn buckets. Irritated. So mad. And listen, The theater staff at my little theater is amazing. They are wonderful people. They love their job. They love their podcasters. Let me tell you, they love their job. They are kind, courteous, happy to help. They felt so bad. They are more frustrated than we are with this popcorn bucket situation. So that super sucked. That is, and that's crazy. I'm so sorry you have to wait until August. That sucks. Jacob says, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm glad it's not an origin story. We all know it. Exactly. And James Gunn has been adamant about that. He said many times, I don't need to see Batman's parents killed again. I don't need to see Spider-Man bit by a spider again. And I don't need to see Superman come from Krypton again. We don't need it. Backyard Charter says, I'm only going to see Superman because my daughter wants to. Otherwise, I wouldn't be going. Really? I think you're going to like it. You got a Superman cup, Eugene? Oh, my God. I'm so sad. See, it's not the people that work at our location. It's not the people that actually work at the location. That is the film people or whatever. They decide where that stuff goes. It really, really sucks. It really sucks. Anywho, I loved Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. I enjoyed him. I think Nicholas Hoult is a phenomenal actor. The Eve Tessmacher thing was just hilarious to me. Man, the chemistry between David Cornsweet and Rachel Brosnahan was so good it almost made me uncomfortable. Like, these people are married, or I at least know David Cornsweet is married. And I was like, that looks way too real for me. That's wow. The chemistry was just absolutely cracking off the screen. Like, it made me feel bad for David Cornsweet's wife. Simon, it would have been a good kids movie, but has a lot of inappropriate stuff. I got the popcorn tin, Daily Planet. That's the one I wanted. That's the one I want. That's my favorite. I'm really upset about it. That's what Dave said. Dave said he felt like it was a kids movie. Maria says the original Lex and Christopher Reeve movie was too campy. This one was perfect. That was Gene Hackman. He passed away in a horrible, sad end. I can't even say words. Listen to me. Gene Hackman died in a sad, sad way. But I thought Lex was absolutely well played. I enjoyed Nicholas Holt's portrayal of him, this kind of megalomaniac kind of guy. So, Deranged Lunatic says, according to Google, Rachel is married. Oh, I feel bad for their spouses because that chemistry, oof, really, really amazing chemistry. Loki said to say something negative. Let me see if I can find. There was an even better if I had, but now I got to remember what it was. Well, here's the thing. My even better ifs contain spoilers. I remembered what it was, but I don't want to give spoilers. There was a piece of the plot of the storyline that I wish they would have like tweaked a little bit, or trying not to give spoilers, or like an add-on to it. I'll tell you privately. But that's really my only complaint. I think that this movie is going to draw in that younger crowd, and this is going to become a staple for them, like Batman '89 was for us, Superman '78, all that stuff. So, all in all, I think he did a good job. Too much crypto. Listen, that reminds me. That little puppy that you love so much, Olive, you haven't seen her in a while. She's like this tall now. Like I'm trying to, yeah. She's like nothing but legs at this point. Um, but that little puppy you guys love so much, she's crypto. There was one point in the film where Dave and I just looked at each other and both said Olive. That's Olive. Olive is crypto. I've been calling her crypto all morning. And I can't say this other part because it's a spoiler. But yeah, I live with crypto. I think I told Ro last night, I said, I dare you to try and pet this dog. I dare you. I triple dog dare you to try and pet Olive. Because as soon as you try to, she immediately ramps into the speed force and tries to death by 1,000 cuts you with her tiny little razor blade claws and needle teeth because they're also very tiny. She cannot sit still for a nanosecond because I think she might die. I think she might die. And the only reason why I believe that is because anytime we do try to make her sit still, she acts like it's causing her immense pain. So watching crypto on screen, my daughter's puppy, 1,000%. Simon says, anyone that just needs bang bang, no dialogue or plot, bright colors and corny jokes, you are in for a treat. Good morning, Cameron McCoy. I loved Mr. Terrific. He was Mr. Terrific. Eddie Gathegi. Perfect casting for Mr. Terrific. I absolutely loved him. Fernando says, the only negatives I have is the staple Gunn humor during the scenes that needed to simmer a bit. Yeah, but here's the thing. That's how I am. If things get too serious or too deep or too emotional, my defense mechanism is to crack a joke. Because I can't take it. Because I can't take it. Simon D, you are my people. Pardon me. Good, Calvin. Have you seen the Trump as Superman? Oh my God. They need to fire their social media people or give them a raise. I don't know because it definitely got attention, but it's so self-unaware. It's like a something Michael Scott from The Office would post about himself. It's oh my God. It's so bad. So tone deaf. Eugene, I had issues with the cinematography. Really? I thought it was beautiful. Especially everyone knows there's a pocket universe in it, right? Like that's not much of a spoiler. That stuff. I liked it. Good morning, Amari. We'll probably have to watch the replay just returning from crime scene for work duty away calls. Bro, you need to tell me what you do for a living. That sounds super interesting. Thank you for popping in amid the crime scene. That's devotion right there. Simon to Tabitha, we got to have fun and be nice at the same time. Precisely. That is what I love about our Chad. Remember, it's Chad now. You guys are so great. There are so many of you that have so many different opinions, but you respect the hell out of each other and have fun with it. And that's what I love about this audience. You guys are the absolute best on YouTube. And you're setting such a good example for everyone else. I'm sorry, the mom and me just came spilling right out. As opposed to TikTok where they just scream at everybody because they're buttholes. Well said, Simon. See, everyone agrees. Everyone agrees. Loki, hey, I'm nice. Don't put that on me. I'm not nice. You're respectful. You're respectful. Like, okay, yesterday, I don't know if you guys knows this, but I had a flub. I meant to say belabor, but I said beleaguered. And I knew it as soon as it came out of my mouth. Like, why on earth did I say that? That was wrong. And someone caught it in a clip on TikTok, and the guy says, "Did you mean to say belabor?" And I said, "Yes," and kind of laughed. And he said, "Nothing but love. Thank you for taking that in the spirit it was given." We need more stuff like that. We need more stuff like that. And I love that you guys are 100% that all the time. You're the absolute best. And thank you for being my Chad. Thank you. Fernando says, where would you rank this movie among the other DCU films? Well, there's only one other DCU film, technically. That's Blue Beetle. So I put this above Blue Beetle. Superman 1, Blue Beetle 2. This was the second film to come out in the official DCU. The next will be Supergirl. The next series, well, the first series, it was animated, but it was Creature Commandos. The first live action series will be Peacemaker season 2 next month, which I'm very excited for. Very excited. I love Peacemaker. I don't care what anybody else says. And I'm really looking forward to it. Deranged Lunatic says her name isn't Tabitha anymore. She's Toby. Toby with an I. A little heart over the I for accent. Deranged Lunatic. Never seen Blue Beetle. Wasn't interested. I enjoyed it. Tio Rudy is hilarious. Everyone has a Tio Rudy in their family. Nana was funny. Nana kind of reminded me of my grandma. I enjoyed it. Jaime Reyes. I love him. I do. But we're starting to wrap things up. So you have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts, please leave it in the chat below. I am yet again coming to you, asking you for your support. That's my Bernie Sanders. Anyway, I've said I words. I hate doing this. I do. I hate this part, but I don't know what else to do. So I'm now monetized. We got a lot of new people here, and it may surprise you to know that even though we're over 5,400 subscribers now, I am still not monetized. And as you're aware, this software, my Adobe software, my licensing stuff, it all costs money. And I'm basically taking from family money to pay for this, what is now a hobby until I get monetized. This can only be considered a hobby, but it does cost money that I honestly don't really have. And as of October, my computer will be useless. It was a cheapie I got from a very, very kind person. Unfortunately, it is not capable of running Windows 11. It's only capable of Windows 10. And as of October, Microsoft is getting rid of Windows 10. It will no longer be updated. It won't work properly. So that means I will not be able to stream. I will not be able to edit videos. I won't be able to do anything. So therefore, the channel will be officially dead if I don't have a new computer that is capable of running my software. And because I am on a fixed income and I'm not monetized, I don't have extra money, I can't afford the last $400 I need to get the new computer by October. So if you guys could please help out the channel. If you want to see this channel continue, please consider helping me reach that goal of getting a new computer, or else there will be no more of this awkward stuff. The first way to help pitch in and help us get to our goal is by using that QR code right there. It takes you to buymeacoffee.com/comicsandmua. And I've put this link down in the description below, as well as all the other links that I'm going to give you. But if you scan that QR code or go to this link, you have the option of tipping me as little or as much as you like. It's very easy. It is definitely safe. If that's still like you're unfamiliar with it and you prefer other methods, that's fine. There's Cash App. You can send it through Cash App, and that's definitely secure, but Buy Me a Coffee is most definitely secure as well. If that is not the way for you, if you want something in return other than this stream continuing, maybe check out the official Nerdling Army. If you go to patreon.com/comics and you will discover the official Nerdling Army. We have outtakes behind the scenes, ask me anything, request line, early access, sneak peeks. The only place you can read my comic book script, a comic book that's now no longer happening. There's the official Nerdling Army chat. Did I say that? And there's the official Nerdling Army merch that you can only get on Patreon. And if you sign up for one of our 3 tiers, which starts as low as $3 a month, not only do you get your own specific rank and insignia, but you get that rank and insignia on your own exclusive Nerdling Army merch that you receive every 3 months for the first year of your membership. And the higher your rank in the Nerdling Army, the cooler your merch is. In fact, Nerdling Supreme, get a Nerdling Supreme hoodie. It's super cool. It really is. I think so. I designed them, so there's that. But everything that gets dropped on YouTube goes on Patreon a couple days before it drops on YouTube. So there you go. And there's a couple makeup tutorials on there too. So if you are in, I mean, special effects makeup tutorials. So if you want to help check out the Nerdling Army and help me get the computer, check out patreon.com/comics. And Simon, you're asking for the Cash App. This is it. $ DanielleSoncasie, DANIELLE, Soncasie, SONCASIE. There you go. And it's in the description below if you need to check it out again. So thank you for whatever help you can give. But definitely check out the Nerdling Army too. We have a lot of fun over there when we all remember that it exists. But no, I do my best to try and keep up with it. I also have a merch store over at Redbubble and comicsandcosmetics.etsy.com. All designs made by yours truly right here. I'm a little behind. I need to make some new ones, but there's a lot of stuff that goes on with this channel. So, but anyway, comicsandcosmetics.etsy.com for all your merch needs. I'm also an affiliate for several different companies. Do you have dogs? Do you have a crypto too? Then definitely check out Leash Boss. And using my link, which is also in the description below, gets you 15% off. So check that out. Also, do you like my glasses? Do you like my glasses? I'm an affiliate for Zenni Optical. So all your shades, your sunnies, I think they even have contacts, everything, go to Zenni Optical. Superhero memorabilia collectibles, go to Cora's Vault, use my code for 10% off. I'm also an affiliate for TikTok and CapCut, which I did use today for Dave and I's review or reaction to Superman. And this podcast is powered by the Red 5 Network. We are a collection of exclusively nerdy podcasters and content creators here to entertain and educate you. So if you enjoy my podcast, if you enjoy this, chances are you're going to enjoy more of what the Red 5 Network has to offer you. So go to red5.bio.link today to discover more of the Red 5 Network. Backyard TARDIS is in the Red 5 Network. Force of Light Entertainment is in the Red 5 Network. Scarif Scuttlebutt Podcast, why he is the podfather of the Red 5 Network. So red5.bio.link today. And again, check out Buy Me a Coffee, Cash App, Patreon, the merch store, whatever you got to do. Help me reach my goal to get this new computer so I can keep doing this stream and watch hours, y'all. Pick a playlist, let her rip, because I've got to get those watch hours up. I don't know how I have almost 5,500 subscribers And YouTube is like, "Now you still don't have the watch hours." Like, nobody likes you. It's something with your voice. It's too nasal, too Midwestern, yeah. It's just too Midwestern. You're not young enough. People aren't watching you. But anyway, I've had a great day. I have. You guys are the best. Deranged Lunatic says he needs makeup tips. Patreon, man. I have some playlists for pro tips, so check that out. But look up. I loved Superman. I loved it. Go watch Superman. Go watch it. David Cornsweet is totally Superman. Well, remember, we're in Missouri. It's the armpit of the United States. That's what I'm on. But I still love it here. It's a good armpit. David Cornsweet is Superman. I enjoyed it. Until then, nerds, I'll see you next week. I'll see you Monday. I'll see you Monday morning at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And God willing, I finished my interview with Bo DeMaio today, and that will drop next week as well. Until then, nerds, have an amazing and nerdy weekend, and I will see you in the next one. Keep your eyes peeled. Okay? Just keep them peeled. Because
Disney and Kathleen Kennedy are gonna get you!